Looking for the perfect TV in 2025? From breathtaking visuals to cutting-edge technology, we've rounded up the top 5 best TVs that you can buy this year. Stay tuned to find your next entertainment powerhouse. And remember, all product links are in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more top-tier tech reviews. Starting at number 1. Hisense U8N. Best value. Hisense's high-end TVs have consistently wowed us with their performance and the fantastic value they offer, and the U8N continues that trend. This is one of the brightest LED TVs we've ever seen, and it's loaded with useful features like hands-free Google Assistant as well as Apple AirPlay and Google Cast support. It doesn't offer quite the inky, bloom-free blacks of OLED TVs, but for that technology, you'll be paying 2 to 3 times as much as you would on this one. All of the U8N's ports, save for the power cable connector, sit on the left side of the back of the screen. For HDMI ports, 2 4K 144Hz, 1 eARC, a USB port, 3.5mm composite video and headphone jacks, and an antenna/cable connection face left, while another USB port, an optical audio output, and an Ethernet port face directly back. The power port sits on the right side of the back of the TV. This is a bit pricier than a budget TV. We consider the line to be anything below $1,000 for 65 inches, but not by too much. If you're willing to spend around $1,100 for 65 inches, the Hisense U8N is one of the best choices available. Number 2. LG Evo G4 OLED TV. Best high-end OLED TV. The G4 is the latest in the company's high-end OLED TV line, and the first to come with its own table stand so you don't have to wall-mount it, or use a third-party base. Most importantly, it's one of the best-looking TVs we've seen, about as bright as the Samsung S95D while showing more accurate colors. The G series has always been meant for wall mounting, and the G4's simple design reflects that. Only a thin metallic band runs around all edges of the screen, making it effectively bezel-less when most other premium TVs maintain narrow bezels along their bottom edges. The panel is also very thin at just an inch deep, and flat along the back to enable nearly flush wall mounting. The only departure from its perfectly rectangular design is a tiny bump on the bottom edge of the screen to hold the IR remote sensor, indicator LED, and far-field microphones. If you really want to splurge on a TV, the LG Evo G4 is the first one you should consider. Its picture quality is simply incredible, it's loaded with features, and gamers will be thrilled with its sub-millisecond input lag. Number 3. Hisense U6N. Best cheap TV. The Hisense U6N isn't the brightest TV, but its color is fantastic and it offers lots of useful features including Apple AirPlay, Google Cast, and hands-free Google Assistant. It's also frequently available for less than its suggested retail price, which helps solidify it as our top pick for budget-friendly TVs. Housed in matte black plastic, the U6N is sleek for a budget TV. The top and sides are free of bezel and bordered only by a thin black band. The bottom edge has a narrow 0.6-inch bezel with a trapezoidal bump below it holding the infrared sensor, far-field microphone array, and mic mute switch. The TV sits on 2 V-shaped legs that can be mounted 4 or 13 inches from the sides of the screen, depending on how you want to place it. You can also mount it on a wall. At several $100s less than the brighter Hisense U8N or the U7N, the Hisense U6N is appealing if you're on a budget. This TV is also one of the least expensive big screen models we can recommend. The 85-inch variant goes for an incredibly reasonable $1,300. Number 4. LG Evo C3 OLED TV. Best mid-range OLED TV. LG C series of OLED TVs have always stood out thanks to their slim panels and fantastic picture quality. The LG C3 is another excellent entry that supports Dolby Vision and relies on LG's intuitive WebOS smart TV platform. The C3 uses an OLED panel, so like all OLED TVs it has a slim and sleek design. The glass runs from edge to edge, with a 1/4-inch thick metal band running around the panel. The active picture is framed by a thin black border while the bottom edge is a slightly wider 1/2-inch thick. A small rectangular bulge in the middle of the TV's bottom edge holds the infrared remote receiver, indicator LED, and far-field microphones. The screen can sit on the included rectangular metal table stand or be mounted on a wall. If you're looking for amazing OLED picture quality and don't want to shell out for a flagship model, the LG C3 is worth a look. We prefer its WebOS interface compared with Samsung's Tizen, which tends to bury common settings. A sub-millisecond input lag makes it just as appealing for gamers as the more expensive LG Evo G4 and the Samsung S95D. It's being supplanted by this year's C4 model, but that means you can probably get a C3 for a much lower price than you would have last year. Number 5. Panasonic Z95A OLED TV. Panasonic has returned to the North American TV market for the first time in nearly a decade, and it's brought one of the most impressive OLEDs we've tested yet. The Panasonic Z95A is a premium, pricey 65-inch, and only 65-inch, TV that puts out more light than any other OLED we've tested. It also features a 4.1.2 channel speaker system that makes it bulkier than most super-thin OLED TVs, but gives it bigger sound and spatial audio capabilities those sleeker models lack. The Z95's OLED panel is incredibly thin, about 0.2 inches, as is noticeable on the upper corners where the screen is unobstructed. The TV thickens out considerably to 2.3 inches across most of the back, thanks to a black plastic casing that holds all of the electronics and connections, plus the side and upward-firing speaker drivers and subwoofer. Its depth isn't noticeable from the front, where the screen is framed by a simple black metal band. The Z95A is an excellent pick if you want the benefits of an OLED picture with the light output of a good LED TV, and powerful sound to go with it. Its single size limits its flexibility, though, and if you're planning to get a separate soundbar or other speakers, the LG Evo G4 edges it out with multiple sizes and a gorgeous, thin design. Which TV will you bring home in 2025? Let us know your favorite in the comments below. All product links are conveniently listed in the description to make your choice even easier. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more expert reviews and tech guides. See you in the next one.